Hey everyone, it is Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm good and still in a ball cap. And there's a good reason I'll explain later. We're making progress. Let's put it that way. There's always something adventurous going on with my health. But today I want to talk about the health of the college football playoff. And we probably all can sit here and agree that 12 wasn't the right number. That's what they tried this year after being at 4, which was way too small. Did 12 work? Well, apparently not. They're already talking about changing the number for this upcoming season, possibly. First, let me remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up, leave those comments. Interacting with these videos just helps us out so much. Thank you very much for subscribing. Should they go to 8? That's what a lot of pundits think. Just go backwards to 8. Get all the champions in, and then fill up the rest of the field with Big Ten and SEC schools, because they're going to win it anyhow, right? Well, that's not really the spirit of the college football playoff. The spirit is to give everyone a shot. Even if you're going to load up the bracket with Big Ten and SEC schools, you got to give everyone a shot that has earned it. And at 16, which is their current idea, it accomplishes that. It adds more football games, yeah, but is anyone really upset about more football to watch? I understand that coaches and players might be concerned about more football to play, because adding 4 games could get you to, well, 17 games in a season. Some interesting things are happening right now because it is a lot of games, and you're seeing maybe a decline in interest of having a conference championship game, or if you do, to maybe add in some more layers in there of other essentially postseason games for other teams in your conference. For example, would you want a game between 3 and 4 in the Big 12? I don't know. There was talk of 14. That made no sense to me because you still got 2 byes. You're going to load up the bracket with how many Big 10 and SEC schools you want, and then there are not really enough slots for everyone else, which, again, defeats the purpose of having a playoff. But in this plan, in 16, the Big 12 and ACC will both get 2 teams in. There'll be 3 at-large bids to appease the Notre Dames of the world, and probably honestly add another Big Ten and SEC team, because that's what the committee will do. But there's some room for flexibility there. It's not all predestined. I'm not a big fan of reserving any slots other than for conference champions. Let's be honest. Earn it on the field. Show it on the field. But people are saying it's hard to compare these conferences because if they're not equal, then the games aren't equal. And I get it. Step 1. Everyone's got to play 9 conference games. And if you play fewer than 10 power level games, okay, that include Notre Dame and maybe if they want to, Washington State and Oregon State. I don't know. If you don't play enough of those opponents, being 10, you're docked points. If you play 11 and you're in the playoff mix, you gain points. Let's actually complement those with the strength of schedule. And if we are all on the same playing field and the conferences are trying to play each other, and keep in mind the SEC and Big Ten have conspired to only play each other to further emphasize that they're scared that they might lose control of the playoff by being proven wrong that they're the best. They are the best right now, and they're the best in depth and the very top, but they're not the best in all 16. In fact, I think it'd be easy to say that there should be 5 Big 12 and ACC teams combined in this playoff, but they won't do that. 16 seems the right number. Gets rid of those tricky byes, adds more on-campus home games, which I'm a favor of. In fact, I would do it for the first 2 rounds. I would dump the bowl games, honestly. Bowl games have outlived their experience as anything other than a postseason enjoyment trip for teams. Go to a 4-team college football Final Four. And don't use the bowls. Just have 2 rounds of home games. How cool would that be? 16 is the number for me. Let's just keep growing it. Oh, I don't want to go over 16 though.